Good evening, my name is Dominic Cook. So 2 years ago, I arrived in Australia from the UK. I was from a small little town, and I arrived here in Sydney as a fresh 18-year-old, keen to go out, keen to find new places, to see what a top 10 city in the world nightlife kind of was. I looked on a number of websites, all to find the best places, all yielding exactly the same answer, saying go here, go here, go here. You go to them, they're places that are expensive, they're places that are for people twice my age, but they're places that weren't for me. And this is what Night Guru does. Night Guru finds the place that fits you exactly. To this day, there exists no tool whereby you're able to find a place that fits your price range, the people that you want to mix with, and that's what we do. So we have two sets of customers. We have a multi-sided platform. On one side we have the venues. For the venues we represent a medium of communication, an advertising forum, whereby they can communicate their value proposition, everything that's best about them. We love uniqueness. Our profiles are designed so that their uniqueness is celebrated. As a form of technology, as an application, we are the quickest form of marketing that can be possible. They can generate an offer, and within seconds, they know that people, relevant people, will see that. We're industry specific for pubs, bars, and nightclubs. They know that when people come on our application, they're looking for somewhere to go. If you advertise in any form of marketing, that's not relevant. The final thing that we offer is analytics. With people logging in with Facebook and then walking into venues, we are able to track their analytics. That means that these venues, we can provide them with a powerful tool of information, meaning that they can actually go out and they can see like where people have been before, where they're going afterwards, and they can see the average age, etc., etc. Whether or not they like that clientele, well, that's what we're just providing them with who they actually are. So on the other side, the users. So the users gain utility from obviously being able to find the venue that suits them. They're all, we're a team of 14 people. So we've got 9 salespeople. The sales lads, they've found places that you wouldn't believe in Sydney. Places that are based around, ping pong tables. Based around, they've got bowling alleys. Places that you guys, I'm sure, will have never been. We also obviously offer the instant updates. When people are putting out offers, and we use this example when we go around to places in the Cross especially, I'm sure most people have been, but you go to the Cross and you stand in a queue for a good 45 minutes. You're standing freezing your bum off. With our app, there's always a place around the corner that's a bit naff but serves cheap drinks. So the place around the corner puts out a quick offer. You're on the app, you've seen the opportunities that exist in the place around the corner. You go around, you're there for an hour, meanwhile the queue's gone in. It's a win-win for everyone. Finally, it's the social insight. What's different? So on one side, we have our directory side, which is very simple, like directories have existed since the beginning of time. On the other side, you have the social applications. So this is things, and I'll talk a bit later about it, which basically are keeping people in touch, allowing them to stay in touch with their friends instantly. So the financial structure, how do we actually make the money? So these are very performance related, like our pricing strategy. So when we reach 5,000 user downloads, when our application gets 5,000 downloads, it's a $300 fee. Then when we reach 10,000 downloads, when we reach 10,000 user downloads, there's a 360 quarterly fee. There's also another lot of pricing structures, which you can see on the screen. So where are we currently? So we currently have over 200 venues signed. The most important thing about that is, so we launch in the next 2 months. So the most important thing about this 200 venue side is that we've made a number of leads into industry. We've got about 5 or 6 people that own the biggest groups in Sydney that we're pretty close with now, and that's where we've progressed a lot in the last 2 months, having been part of Genesis. Our product's 80% complete. We've also laid marketing foundations as such. So as you can see on the next slide with our website, this is a form of marketing which is obviously for the venues. The first thing that they do when you kind of contact them is look on their website. They want to see how you're set up, etc., etc. Our next form is obviously in social media. We've made a lot of imprints there. We're up to 1,000 likes, so everyone like us on Facebook. We're also part of Instagram. I'm sure many of you use Instagram, but it's mainly directed towards our female crowd. So the mock-ups so far, so this is what the app looks like. These are worldwide exclusives, so if everyone can put their phones away. So we've got the login screen. So first of all, as you can see, it's pretty prominent with the Facebook in the middle. So obviously, we want people to log in with Facebook for mainly the in-app virality. Our app's significantly better when your friends are on it. But our main feature, and this I would almost call our X Factor feature, is when people walk into a venue, like when you're out. So basically our X Factor feature, when you walk into a venue, it can track the fact that you've walked in. Sorry. When you've walked into a venue, it tracks the fact that you've walked in. It can then project it, as you can see here, in the left-hand side, and it shows you which of your Facebook friends is in each venue, essentially. This is the venue profile, which shows that obviously their value proposition and what's best about it. So our expansion, the plan forward from here. So we launched with Gold Coast venues and Sydney venues in the next month, following another 307 venues by New Year's. By the end of financial year, in June, we should have over, just under 1,500 venues. We'll ramp this up quickly because. Anyway, yeah. So you can see our growth is pretty linear. The way that we're growing is by essentially tendering out different cities. As we said before, we've actually got links in all of the planned cities ahead. As you can see, the revenue forecasts.
So we're going to go over to some questions from the judges now. We have 5 minutes to go through. Perfect.
How are you going to get consumers?
Exactly. So from one side, obviously, we've got the venues. The venues are like backing us, absolutely. They obviously get benefit from your question, how do we get users? So we have the directory side of us, very simple, but we also have the social side. What we are is the first industry-specific form of social media. You're looking very confused. So the social side is the things of being able to, like, as soon as you walk into a venue, it tracks your location and it allows you to see your friends. As we obviously progress, we want to add more and more social features. And there's a feed already that we can do that by.
The question is more like how do those users even have the app in the first place?
How do you get them?
Is in
How do you get them
our
on
marketing.
Yeah, how do you get them to my phone?
So
How do you get everyone in this room to download your app?
okay, yeah. So in terms of marketing, obviously we've got the physical marketing, just getting out there. We just ordered 6,000 beach balls, just to get down Bondi Beach, etc., etc. Obviously we've got our social media strategy, but also the in-app virality. When you add all your friends on Facebook.
Any other questions from any of the other judges? If you want to grab a mic off of that standing mic.
Are you raising money? And how much?
So we've managed to raise over $100,000 at the moment, and we're not looking to raise any more so far.
Okay. There are no further questions.
So can I ask this one question? You said how big how many team?
So we have 14, we have 9 salespeople, myself, my partner, and 3 other salespeople, 3 other marketing people.
And the development things, is there developers in your team?
No, so we've got a company down in Melbourne called Appster, developing for us.
How are you funding it at the moment?
So we've managed to raise the capital, the 4 of us ourselves. And we've managed to get ourselves to a point whereby we don't think that we need any more capital initially. With our expansion plan, we're able to fund that.
The question I have is, which is I think going to answer your question. The venues, you won't have any trouble in venues on because they're not paying to use it to gain traction. How do you keep the customers sticking? How do you keep me looking at that app when I'm going up?
So I'm sure when you go out, you will see people scrolling up and down the phone. What we're doing is by the live offers, by the event. So for example, a venue's got a slow night.
How are they receiving that message? By text, by how are they receiving it?
So we're an application, so that on our app they're looking for the activities of their friends, the activities of other venues. They're looking for the better opportunities that exist. Does that answer your question?